The lie that haunts me. It's funny how one split-second decision can change everything. One moment, one choice, and suddenly your whole life is different. I know this because I lived it. I'm not proud of what I did. In fact, I hate myself for it. But I need to get this off my chest, even if it's just to a bunch of strangers on the internet. It all started in my senior year of high school. I was your typical nerdy kid. Good grades, few friends, and a massive crush on the most popular girl in school, Lily. She was everything I wasn't: confident, outgoing, beautiful. We had been lab partners in chemistry class, and over the year, we'd become friends. Real friends, not just the hey in the hallway kind. I thought maybe, just maybe, I had a chance. Then came prom night. I had finally worked up the courage to ask Lily to be my date. I spent weeks planning the perfect way to do it. I even learned how to fold origami roses because I knew she loved them. The day I was going to ask her, I saw her talking to Jake, the star quarterback. My stomach dropped. I knew that look in her eyes. She liked it a lot. In that moment, something in me snapped. I couldn't bear the thought of losing her to Jake. So I did something terrible. Something I can never take back. I overheard Jake telling his friends he was going to ask Lily to prom during lunch. I knew I had to act fast. I went to the school office and asked to use the phone, claiming it was an emergency. I called Lily's phone from the office number. When she answered, I disguised my voice and told her that her little sister had been in an accident and was in the hospital. I knew Lily would leave school immediately. She was so close to her sister, there was no way she wouldn't. As soon as Lily left, I found Jake. I told him Lily had suddenly gotten sick and gone home, but that she had been looking for him earlier. She wanted to ask him something important, I said. Jake's face lit up. He thought Lily was going to ask him to prom. I suggested he surprise her at her house after school with some flowers. Jake loved the idea. I felt sick to my stomach, but I couldn't stop now. After school, I raced to Lily's house. I got there just as Jake was walking up to her door, a bouquet of roses in his hand. I watched from across the street as Lily answered the door. She looked confused, then angry. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I saw Jake's face fall. He looked hurt and embarrassed. Lily slammed the door in his face. My plan had worked perfectly. Too perfectly. The next day at school, the hallways were buzzing with gossip. Jake was telling everyone that Lily had led him on, made him think she wanted to go to prom with him, only to humiliate him when he showed up at her house. Lily was confused and upset. She tried to explain that she had been at the hospital for her sister, who, thankfully, had only had a minor fall and was fine. But no one believed her. After all, the school had no record of the call that had sent her home. I watched as Lily's social life crumbled. Her friends took Jake's side, calling her a tease and a liar. She became withdrawn, sitting alone at lunch, no longer participating in class. The sparkle in her eyes that I had fallen in love with was gone. And it was all my fault. I tried to be there for her, to comfort her. Part of me thought that maybe now, with Jake out of the picture, I'd have a chance. But every time I looked at her sad face, I felt like the worst person in the world. Prom came and went. Lily didn't go. Neither did I. I couldn't bear to see everyone having fun, knowing what I'd done. The rest of the school year passed in a blur. Lily barely spoke to anyone, including me. When graduation came, she didn't even stay for the ceremony. She just took her diploma and left. That summer, I heard Lily's family had moved away. She never said goodbye. I don't blame her. Our town probably held nothing but bad memories for her now. I thought about confessing, about telling everyone the truth. But I was a coward. I kept my mouth shut and went off to college, carrying my secret. It's been 10 years since that day. 10 years of guilt eating away at me. I've tried to move on, to forget, but I can't. Every time I see a happy couple, every time I hear about high school reunions, every time I see an origami rose, I'm reminded of what I did, of the lives I changed because of my selfishness. I've thought about trying to find Lily, to apologize, but what would I say? Sorry I ruined your life because I had a crush on you. There's no apology big enough for what I did. So here I am, confessing to strangers on the internet. I know it doesn't change anything. It doesn't make up for what I did. But maybe, just maybe, someone reading this will think twice before they act on their jealousy. Maybe they'll realize that no crush, no potential relationship is worth destroying someone else's life over. To Lily, wherever you are, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I hope you've found happiness. I hope you've healed from the hurt I caused you. And I hope that someday I can forgive myself for being the monster who hurt you.